Hey there, it's the great J. Donny Watch here, and I'm chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Donny Wants, the interview you all been waiting for.
I don't like to kiss and tell, but
The organization,
100%. Yeah, no, I totally agree.
I've seen you in a lot of pictures of you and Harley during a lot of his shows and his
Yeah,
performances.
I love the music. It's funny. We we reunited a little bit later in life. Basically, the last 10 years, really been more involved with each other's lives, and especially changing the platform and the way we work, think, and operate. Right. And he says it in one of his songs. It says, "I've been bad, but now I'm cutting off my bad friends." And it's just a way of life. If you believe me, if I told you, I pray at night. And it's like you get a second chance in life to understand why you got brought to where you are and the things that you've encountered. Essentially, there's no losing from all the mistakes, if you want to call it, or trials and tribulations. You're just learning how to be a better version of yourself and operate a different platform, a different height. And that's what we're doing with social media. The music thing is huge. Originally it was just a bucket list as far as I can remember. I think he was saying, yeah, one day I want to make a rap album. And he's just kind of going with it. And it's just like, I'll give you an example. It's just like the Scary Movie there with the hype man, Kevin Hart, before he made it big. He was always just hyping his buddy up, right? And I remember the first show we did was here in Oshawa at the old dungeon, the old laser tag. It's called 222 or Bond Street Event Center. And he was doing his first performance, and it was with a new up and coming artist in Toronto. His name's Roni. And they wrote a song together, and it was pretty cool. And I felt butterflies kind of thing too. I'm like, I've never done this before, And it was good. We did a performance of a song called Big Check, and it was his first performance ever as a musician and in front of a live crowd and stuff like that too. So you could just feel it, right? But the energy was so high that nothing could bring you down, regardless of anyone's opinions, looks, impressions, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And since then, kind of just been going with it and feeding off each other, right? Like, the good thing is that he's a like I said, great person, great friend, and businessman as well. We kind of see along the same lines and stuff. So it's like pushing each other, Oh, who do you got here? Son of a bitch, Donny, watch the fake Donny. Get the I'm just kidding.
When did you guys meet Mercules? Did you know him first, or did Harley know him first?
1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, Harley met him first. Like he's very well into the community, right? The biker community and stuff like that. Like you're saying, the '81 stuff, or whatever. And at West, I believe, like through those guys, a couple of the different chapters out there, and then they just started kicking it, bumping it, and next thing you know, they're like best friends and stuff. And I kind of feel like it. I never actually asked her this, but I kind of feel like the way his style kind of orchestrated when he kind of got his first, and you hear that beat and you finally learn your flow of, maybe it was a journal or logs or diary or writing or whatever, or pain and stuff like that. But then it be turned into lyrics when he started to try to turn it into music. And you got to get that style, You can be like, it's not unusual. You can sing like that, or you can sing and then it's like when you get that kind of learn your flow and how you're going to talk and your tones. And then I couldn't help but think every time I heard it, I'm like, is that Mercury's? It was blowing my mind. I'm like, that sounds just like Mercury's. And I feel like they've been feeding off each other a lot too. And yeah, Merc's a great guy. And we go to like anytime he's in town or whatever, you do a show or always trying to help each other out, get on the same venues and stuff like that. And nothing but kudos to him. He's doing really well. And his platform's really taken off. And always albums and stuff on different streaming platforms like Apple Music and Spotify and all those things and stuff and YouTube, right? And now with the very first signed ever Canadian artist to Death Row Records, right? So
yeah,
that's awesome, right? And
then Little Windex, right? And he's got a whole crew of guys with him. Little Windex. And what's the other guy's name?
Windex is part of Death Row?
I don't know if he's part of Death Row, but he's cool with all them guys, right?
Holy man, when's Little Pine Sol coming out? Just kidding. I never met him though. Just Merc's camp and his guys and stuff like that from Stop Down Killers and like a lot of his friends and stuff from BC and whatnot and stuff like that. You know, Cass and Goldie and those guys and whatnot. They're great people, man. Nothing but cool. Like sit on the tour bus, kick it with them and stuff. Shooting. Yeah, I'm always cracking everybody up trying to get them to laugh.
Didn't Mercules have beef with Mad Child?
That's the guy from Soul Members?
Yeah.
And
then there's the Ripper, right?
Snake the Ripper.
Snake
Holy.
the Ripper.
That's too much. It almost sounds like I'm not even going there, but I'm not saying that. But it's just like, yeah, I like that. It's a weird name. It just gets me all, it makes my skin kind of weird. I don't know that, but I just heard that name like recently. But no, we've had Mad Child many times. I don't know what the fallout was or the beef was with that. I kind of keep my nose a little bit clean when it's not in the girls' brown, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I didn't never heard much about that. It didn't really follow up unless it really in our camp or like, you know, right close to home and stuff with our friend groups. Other than that, it's fucking Real Housewives of Jersey, and I just can't, you know what I mean? There's so much shit going on here, there, and ever. It's like you gotta pick and choose, otherwise you're just gonna consume yourself to the point where you're strolling and reading so much. Like, oh, I just forgot the whole day and shit my pants.
Go down a rabbit hole, right? And it never ends.
I'm not doing the rabbit holes anymore. I did that with the Pizzagate, and no way.
Do you think because Harley started the choice, is that going to have an effect with him and Mercules' relationship, being that Mercules has a lot of good relationships with 81? I know that Harley even still has a lot of good relationships with people in 81. He has respect for him. He was saying the guy that just passed away, he was really hurt over that. Phil,
my family's up there as well, Sudbury area, where Phil's good guy. Actually, rest in peace. I knew Phil pretty well as well.
Yeah, he was a pretty well-known person. He was in the Olympics.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a boxer too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up from there in Sudbury area. That's where my other half of my family's from. Half my family's here at Etobicoke and Toronto and Durham, and then the other half is Sudbury, like Espanola, Elliott Lake, and stuff like that, Kirkland area and stuff up north on my mom's side. And my family moved up there when I was young, like 13 years old. I stayed back, and I've just been here since I was young. And they all moved up there, but I stayed here at school, grew up here. And so I've known him probably since I was like 20 or so. I known him. He's a good guy, yeah. Got nothing bad to say about him, man. He's been nothing but solid. He actually used to date a friend of my cousin's girlfriend's mom, too, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Phil, yeah, they dated for a couple of years.
So do you think it'll have an effect on?
You know what? I can't say, to be honest, because it's like it's so political that I kind of like to keep my ear out of it and then just like to like listen and laugh and gag and whatever, or, you know, talk about it amongst some friends and stuff. But I mean, I guess essentially the rule is, right, you can't even.
You have to pick a side, right? You have to pick a side,
right? I mean, not that he's a member, but again, like you said, lots of friends on the 81 side as well as the new side, you know, right? The 193.
I mean, I wonder if the 81 would be mad if he was like still good friends with them. I mean,
like they just meet at like old coffee times and like, you know, okay, no one's here. Let's talk.
Yeah, don't tell anyone I seen you, man.
Did you bring your Game Boy Color? No,
like wearing wigs, right?
I mean, at the same time, it's not. It's not something that I feel is on Har's mind like that, because it's like he's on a success tip and he's not trying to like anyone's cornflakes. He wants nothing but success for everybody. It's like, would you like to go to Spain first class while your friends are sitting at the back? No, I want everybody riding with me, right here beside me. No one's behind me, no one's in front. We're all standing here together, and it's like, if I eat, we're all eating. I want us all to eat, right? So, I don't think it. I mean, nonetheless, like you said, old school politics, and some things don't die, right? So it's like old school ways and stuff with the old school biker world and stuff. But I mean, it has adapted. Things have changed now too with the internet, right? With the way things are going in that sense. But I feel like at the end of the day, if they're not altering each other's, business respectfully within their clubs and stuff, and just doing their own thing as friends, I mean, you can't put a price on a good friendship, right? So,
yeah. What do you think about the patch ban that they're trying to pass up there?
Oh, really? Eh? Who's doing that? Like the police force or the government?
Yeah. They're trying to.
Is this Toronto police or
Quebec and Ontario? So they're trying to do a patch ban, and they're trying to ban all these clubs from selling support gear.
I mean, realistically, let me just go to donations, right? You know what I'm saying, eh?
I mean, that would really put a wedge into their funds, the support.
You know what? It would. I mean, the thing is, though, is that the way things are going to be orchestrated now, as far as I'm, aware of the platform, is that, let's say 10 guys are in, and they got a little $500 or $1,000 a month place where they're keeping a little apartment, a little flat, or maybe even a small house that they picked up cheap for $1,000. If 10 guys are paying $100 each to run the house and stuff, it's like, okay, there's your thing paid for, right? So it's like you don't even have to. A lot of the guys aren't doing it for anything to do with like the street level or any type of organized crime whatsoever. It's more of just, I hate my wife sometimes. I need a place to go with the buddies and play dinky cars or fucking crib, or like, let's maybe hire a dancer to sit here while we watch the Leaf game. Like, it's a different platform. It's like, and with the way that they're orchestrating it, with being the multi-level, with the Horde, the Syndicate, the Choice, the Maidens, and everything, with there being 7 of them, and each one of them having a day, it's like, okay, ladies got Wednesdays, Choice, you get your pick. Okay, it's Fridays, obviously, TGIFs. And then, everyone gets a day. It's like that organization, depending on how many people. I mean, some of them are growing upwards of, 20, 30 or whatever, even more members in each one, right? Especially with each charter. Then you get that, now it's cheaper for everybody too, right? So now there's cost to float the house, to do this, to do that. Hey, we got sticks in the freezer, ice cream drumsticks. They grab one if you want one, right?
Yeah, but can you imagine if they try to ban that? Like, if they,
I mean, it's like
hanging out together.
Next thing you know, Dalton McGinty shaking hands with the president downtown. Let's end the world war on crime. Get out of here.
It's insane, man.
It is, right? But I mean,
are you guys gonna continue the career on music? Or are you still gonna be?
Oh, he just dropped another song with Big Cass actually the other day. Did you listen to that one?
Of course,
you ain't my brother, Billy Staxx. You son of
you ain't my brother.
No, I heard. But
just hit the radio. Matter of fact, it just hit the radio today.
Problem is, you can't get car on the soil. The guy's in plane most of the time. So it's like, I don't even know. I might have to just pen pal him and ride him these days, or like put a smart tag on his backpack.
Something, right?
Yeah,
he's gonna get off that damn plane and have
carry on the next one. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, 250-pound carry on.
No, that song's really blowing up pretty big.
I like it. Yeah, it's a good one. And it's got real true meaning behind it. And it's like, I mean, I don't ever clout or any what do you call that? Like conceited or any way, shape, or form. But I've been the same person since I can remember being this version of myself. I feel like since I was a young teenager, like 13. And ask anybody, they're like, that guy's been the exact same since then. I mean, I can say the same thing, solid. And it's just, it's unfortunate the different things that happen, but those things teach you about lessons in life. Sometimes, the people that are close to you are the ones that are going to hurt you. And it's a really good song and good write. I mean, I can't wait for the video to drop with the snow and his young lad there.
Yeah, they do have one. They do have one little version of the video. I don't think it's the full one, right? right?
I think it's just like what do you call it, like a teaser or a trailer, kind of just a little bit of still images that look like they're moving. Essentially, AI is creepy.
Yeah.
So.
And he's going to be releasing more music in the future too, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, once you start, you can't stop, and it's like addiction comes in all shapes and sizes, right? So it's like next thing you know, you're just making music. Next thing you know, you're doing shoots and PRs and interviews and podcasts and stuff, right? So as far as I'm concerned, I'm sure ours on the at least probably the type C3, the stage 3 is celebrity list, maybe even making the B celebrity list soon here.